Good morning. Now I'm going to take a seminar on vapor compression cycle. What is refrigeration? The term refrigeration may be defined as the process of removing the heat from a substance under controlled conditions. It also includes the process of reducing heat and maintaining the temperature of the body below the general temperature of its surroundings. The components of the compression cycle are it contains four number principal components, namely evaporator, compressor, condenser, and expansion valve. This is a schematic representation of the vapor compression cycle, in which the first stage will be expansion defects to the evaporator. The second will be the evaporator to the compressor. The third will be the compressor to the condenser, and finally fourth will be the condenser to the expansion device. First we will see about the evaporator. In evaporator, the low pressure liquid refrigerant in evaporator absorb heat and changes to the gas. The evaporator coils are located in the compartment to be cooled. The low pressure liquid refrigerant after passing through the expansion valve expands, takes in heat from the surroundings and evaporates. The gas is then sucked up by the compressor. The amount of heat added to the liquid to make it saturated and changes state is called superheat. The next is the compressor. In compressor, the superheated vapor enters the compressor when its pressure is raised. The compressor is a heart of the system, and the compressor does just what its name is. It compresses the low pressure refrigerant vapor from the evaporator and compresses it into the high pressure vapor. The inlet to the compressor is called as a suction line. It brings low pressure vapor into the compressor. After the compressor compresses the refrigerant into the high pressure vapor, it moves it to the outlet called the discharge line. The next is the condenser. In condenser, the high pressure superheated gas is cooled in several stages in the condenser. The discharge lines leaves the compressor and runs to the inlet of the condenser. Because of the refrigerant was compressed, it is a hot high pressure vapor. The hot vapor enters the condenser and starts to flow through the tubes. Since the air is cooler, the heat jumps from the tubing to the cooler air. As the heat is removed from the refrigerant, it reaches its saturated temperature and starts to boil into a high pressure liquid. The high pressure liquid leaves the condenser through the liquid line and travels to the metering device, sometimes running through a filter dryer first to remove any dirt or foreign particles. The finally is the expansion valve. In expansion, the liquid passes through the expansion device, which reduces its pressure and controls the flow into the evaporator. In expansion, the expansion valve acts as a regulating valve, limits the amount of refrigerant flowing through, resulting in reduction of the pressure of the liquid, and expansion takes place. In the types of the next you will see the types of refrigerant used in the vapor combustion cycle. Refrigerant determined by the required cooling temperature. In this, the refrigerant used was chlorinated fluorocarbons or freons, such as R11, R12, R21, R22, and R502. And finally, we will see the advantages of the vapor compression cycle. There are two advantages of the vapor compression cycle. The lot of heat can be removed. The lot of thermal energy to change liquid to vapor. Heat transfer rate remains high. Temperature of the working fluid much lower than what is being cooled. Thank you.